Hey guys, Lucas here again for another movie review. Yesterday I went out and saw Snow White and the Huntsman, the second actually Snow White film that was released this year besides Mirror Mirror, which I did not see. And Mirror Mirror, that was the more kid-friendly version of the Snow White tale, like a non-animated PG kind of movie. And this was the PG-13, darker take, more adult version of the fairy tale. But it's basically the same story in both films, and it's based off the fairy tale that's probably the same exact story. And it's about Snow White and how she has to take down this evil queen, and this one played by Charlize Theron. Otherwise, she'll enslave whatever world this takes place in, whatever country this takes place in. I guess like England or something. And yeah, just because that's what she does. That was the worst plot description ever. Anyway, you don't really need to know the plot because it's all the same, and that's actually probably the gist of it. But did not see Mirror Mirror. I heard it was pretty bad, except for Mark Ellis from the Schmoes liked it, which he got a lot of crap for. But I didn't see it. I didn't think it looked particularly good. But I was actually really excited for this one. It was probably I even made it to like number 6 or number 7 in my most anticipated films of the summer, and I came out of Snow White and the Huntsman mixed. And I'll tell you why. Because the first 40 minutes of this movie, or 35 minutes, are pretty bad. Like, pretty awful. Like, I thought, like, Mirror Mirror couldn't have been much worse than this. Because everyone is hamming it up. You don't really care. The set design's cool, but it's just a lot of setup and backstory for stuff that you already know. And Charlize Theron in the first 30 minutes or 40 minutes is so bad. She's so hammy that her line delivery is like something out of a Snow White play. She's so over the top, yelling at people. And she has this brother of hers, this like albino guy with like a bowl cut, and he's just as bad, but she is like super lame and really cheesy, and I was kind of chuckling to myself, and a couple other people I heard laughing because you couldn't really take her seriously, which I was really disappointed with, because from the trailer she looked like she could be one of the best villains of the year in my opinion. She looked really scary and really intimidating, but in the end she was probably one of the worst. So the first 35-40 minutes were really bad. I was not enjoying it. But after that it did pick up a little bit. Of course, the thing that's really amazing about this film is the art direction and, the cinematography. The guy that directed this, Rupert Sanders, this is his first film that he's ever directed, so this is extremely impressive, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. But having this big of a scale to direct as your first film is pretty impressive. And I thought the people that did the special effects and the cinematographer did amazing stuff. There's like this thing where there's this point in the movie, probably my favorite point in the movie, where they go to this thing called Sanctuary. It's like this land where like the fairies are. It sounds really stupid, but it's actually really cool. And the animation and the computer graphics they have in there is fantastic. And it's definitely my favorite scene in the movie. It's probably the most emotional resonance that I found in the movie. It definitely was the scene that made me care about the character. It made me care what was happening, and that was really one of the only scenes that really made me do that. But I would say probably besides that, the best part of the movie are the dwarves, and they don't come in until like an hour in. And from what I saw in Mirror Mirror, like through the commercials, it seemed like the dwarves were more played for comedic effect, which they usually are, and they are here. But these are like, they're like warriors. They're like little gremlin-like warriors. They crack some jokes here and there, and they have a funny banter, but like when you get down to the core, they're really kind of soldiers, and it was really interesting. I really like them a lot, and they actually had probably, to me, the most believable and probably, again, emotional, resonating relationship with Snow White. You actually really care about them and their relationship with her. And what was really cool is that, like, a lot of the actors that play them are like normal sized people, like Nick Frost, Ian McShane, well, Toby Jones besides him, but They had a couple other people, and also people were like 5'10", 5'9", and somehow they got them to be like 4 feet, 3.5 feet tall. I don't know how they did that. I know it's obviously CG, but whatever they did, flawless. I don't know how they did it. It must have been magic or something, but it was pretty incredible to see, and they were definitely the best part of the movie. And also, when, you know, Kristen Stewart, I forgot to mention her as Snow White, Kristen Stewart, who plays Snow White, when she has to lead, you know, the army into battle against the evil queen, that was actually pretty badass. I was actually getting kind of pumped when they were, like, riding on the beach toward the castle. That was pretty cool, and that was a really cool scene. And the last 20 minutes is probably the best action in the movie. But like I said, I forgot to even mention Kristen Stewart as Snow White, and that's one of the big problems I have in the movie, is that this movie's called Snow White and the Huntsman, and the Huntsman probably has more personality than Snow White. Why does this always happen? Anyway, that's the sucky part about unedited reviews. The Huntsman probably has more personality than Snow White does, and not only does he have more personality than her, that pretty much everyone does. Even Charlize Theron, who's hammy, has more personality than Snow White, and that's maybe Kristen Stewart's fault or Rupert Sanders' fault, but she wasn't terrible like she is in Twilight, but she just didn't feel like why she's so special. She didn't seem to be the fairest of them all. And for a movie called Snow White and the Huntsman, it wasn't really that much Huntsman. I mean, he's in the movie and he's like the main guy in the journey with her, but they have a lot of other characters in there, and he just kind of got lost in the shuffle, and he didn't seem like that strong of a character and that interesting. So the movie just has a lot of problems. It was kind of a disappointment for me. I don't hate it, but I really did not like the first 35, 40 minutes. I would say if you're going to see this movie, see it like at a matinee, or just wait till DVD. But if you're going to see it in a big screen, you should, just because of the scale and the way it looks. So I'll probably give Snow White and the Huntsman 3 stars out of 5. It's a decent movie, but you're probably not going to remember it the day after you see it. So, that's my review of Snow White and the Huntsman. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next week I'm definitely going to be seeing Prometheus, and this Thursday I have a really early screening for Ted, one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And so I'm super excited about that. Stay tuned. And I never really plug stuff, but actually watch the MTV Movie Awards because they're showing exclusive footage from The Dark Knight Rises, and I was just going to wait to see the footage online the next day, but apparently they're not going to do that, or it's not going to be leaked, at least legally it's not. So actually try to watch it this year, and if you don't really care, that's fine, but that's the only reason why I'm going to watch it. So, see you guys later, and thanks for watching.